National Youth Parliament 2021. On behalf of the Secretariat and Organizing Committee, it is my utmost honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the third edition of PCGT National Youth Parliament. Mr. Ishan Joshi will be serving as the chairman of Rajya Sabha, along with Mr. Dharmil Doshi as the deputy chairman. Ms. Anushka Chaturvedi and Mr. Pratyush Dukar would be the scribes for this committee. If you should face any technical difficulties, please feel free to contact Ms. Mansi Adeshra and Ms. Anushka Chaturvedi. Just a few instructions before we move on to the rules of procedure session. Kindly keep your camera on at all times. This session, as well as all the committee sessions, which will be held on the 10th and 11th of April, would be recorded and later be uploaded on our YouTube channel. In case of any queries to the executive board, kindly use the raise hand feature. This would ensure transparency and would help maintain the decorum in this committee. The Secretariat is always here to help and assist you. In case you face any difficulties or would like to bring anything to our notice, please feel free to contact any one of us. Thank you very much. On this note, I now invite Mr. Ishan Joshi to take over. Over to you, Ishan, sir.
Thank you. Before I begin, I would really, request everyone to turn on their cameras. Chalo, theek hai, most of them are up. First of all, it's not the first time I'm taking a rules of procedure session, especially for the PCGT National Youth Parliament. And every time I get an opportunity to interact with people like you, I can assure you that it's an honor of the highest magnitude. And I am, equally elated to talk to you and share my knowledge and experience about, why youth parliaments are important. Most importantly, how this Rajya Sabha simulation would go. And I can assure you that, though we call it a rules of procedure session, but, it's more of, less of understanding what the rules are and, more of trying to understand, how exactly you can, exhibit an ideal behavior of a parliamentarian. So with that being said, I, thank you all for turning up and I'll begin. Now, it's important for me to know that, how many people are attending a youth parliament, of such a magnitude for the very first time. So, if I could get some yeses or nos, or, you could use the raise hand feature just to tell me that, if this would be a first youth parliament for you all, or, you're accustomed to this culture. Okay. The people who haven't turned on their cameras, I hope you're available and, you're alive. And I really hope that you're healthy. So fine, it's good. A couple of you will be attending it for the very first time, and now the people who've attended it, can I know how many of you feel that you have a good knowledge about the youth parliaments and how they're supposed to be carried out and simulated in the first place? Okay, perfect. All right. So the first, and please let me assure you that it's not a lecture conducted by Mr. Ishan Joshi. We'll try to make it very interactive, and I would really appreciate if you could turn on your cameras first of all and participate with me, because I would really appreciate if if I'm going wrong and anyone could correct me with that, or you feel that I could have included anything that I'm missing out, and you share it on behalf of me or the organization. So a kind of a participation like this would be highly appreciated. Fine. So nonetheless, we know that in the democratic structure that we live in, right, we have two principal bodies of the parliament, right, because the democracy of ours carries a bicameral structure. We have the lower house of the parliament, right, the Lok Sabha, or the house of the people, and we have the Council of States, right, we call it the Rajya Sabha. So I'll be presiding over the proceedings of the Rajya Sabha, but I can assure you that more or less the youth parliament structure of both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is pretty much intact. Even though if we have to talk about what ideally is the difference procedurally, there is no such difference apart from the fact that in the morning hours of the Rajya Sabha, right, both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha would discuss matters of public importance. But in case of Rajya Sabha, we usually have a 0 hour first and then the question hour. But in Lok Sabha, we have a question hour first and 0 hour later, right? So this is the only difference in how the Rajya Sabha actually proceeds in the parliament and the Lok Sabha actually works in the parliament. But just like the concept of youth parliaments in India, right? Now, I don't know how many of you have attended a youth parliament, but I'm absolutely sure, considering the fact that most of you are Bombay people, right? You might have attended MUNs in the first place, right? So to the people who've been attending MUNs for their academic diaspora, I can assure you that MUN is a concept which was a result of the UN introducing it in the first place. Though UN came into inception in 1945. Before that, we had the League of Nations, right? The League of Nations failed and then the United Nations came. Now people were really curious to know that how the UN worked, right? So they had their own ideology of how the UN could have worked and would have worked, and they started to basically conducting MUNs. But later the United Nations realized that it's good that people are taking a lot of interest in the UN proceedings, but they actually don't know how the UN works. So the UN came up with its own rules of procedure named as UN for MUN, UN for Model UN, right? Now, basically UN for MUN is nothing but the expectations of the UN that how an MUN should be conducted, right? Because behind every principal concept, there is an institution that backs it. So if MUN is backed by the UN itself, and we know that, and that is a formidable truth, right? So there has to be an institution which is backing the concept of youth parliaments, right? Who basically created this concept of youth parliaments, right? Modi ji didn't create it, right? Before Modi ji became the prime minister, youth parliaments were there. So there has to be an institution in India which is basically taking care of the youth parliament, right? How it should be conducted in the first place, and at the end of the day, what are the ideal expectations of that concerned institutions from the stakeholders that will be attending a youth parliament. Now, just to not keep any curiosity, I'll just tell you what the answer is. So the concept of youth parliament in India is backed by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. All right, so this concerned ministry is basically responsible for the promulgation of this concept, and they are basically the people who really want you to be a part of it, right? The PCGT is just an intermediary, right, which knows that yes, there is a potential in the youth parliament, and people should engage in, especially good and intelligent people like you. I hope so, right? So the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs is basically responsible for it, and making sure that the youth parliament is conducted in the best possible way. Now, if the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs is the institution behind it, so obviously they have some set of expectations, right? That how you will basically conduct it. Second of all, how you will participate in it. And last but certainly not the least, in what manner it should be conducted, so as to make sure that at the end of the day, every participant is not only a good debater, deliberator, or a negotiator. The idea is to see your transition from becoming an ordinary man to an extraordinary man, or extraordinary woman into an extraordinary woman, right? So they really want to see you seeing a transition in you, right? From being someone who doesn't know about how the parliament functions, someone who doesn't know what your rights are, what your responsibilities are, to someone who actually knows it. So this journey is basically catered by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. And now basically the next question that will come to everyone's mind is that, all right, Ishan Joshi is telling everyone that, the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs is taking care of it. And they have some set of expectations from you people, right? Or from me, who will be moderating it, or from anyone in this nation, basically, who's conducting a youth parliament. Now, where are those set of expectations, right? Are those in their mind? Have they been documented or no in the first place? The answer is obviously yes. Now, if you go to the website of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, they have a separate section for youth parliament. When you go to that section, they have a lot of documents. And when you check their archives, there is a separate document that talks about the ideal practice and procedure to conduct a youth parliament. All right. So whenever you get time, just go through the website of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, look for the Youth Parliament section, go to their archives, you will find the procedural document. And even if you don't find it, I believe that PCGT and the entire organizing committee will make sure that they give that document to you, right? And you will come across a lot of people who have their own ways of conducting youth parliaments, right? So just tell them that, please, aap apna dimag yahan mat chalao. It's good, and it would be better for everyone to basically do what the parliamentary expects from the concept of youth parliament, right? So just go through that document and you'll get your answers. Now, talking a bit more about the youth parliament simulation and how it would actually go for us, for the participants of the PCGT National Youth Parliament. Now, the procedure that has been constructed by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs for the youth parliament, you'll realize that that procedure for the youth parliament is driven around the model of the Lok Sabha. So which basically means that if we are sitting in a youth parliament, irrespective of whether we are sitting in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha, the procedure for us will remain the same. Rest, obviously, there are some matters which only the Rajya Sabha can discuss and the Lok Sabha cannot take those matters. Wherein there are some matters which can always be taken up by Lok Sabha only, but not the Rajya Sabha, right? So we won't go into that because that's outside the ambit of this discussion. But apart from the subjective difference, the parliament is the parliament, irrespective of whether it's a Lok Sabha or a Rajya Sabha. And like I said, that the pre-legislative hours of the Lok Sabha are a little different from the pre-legislative hours of the Rajya Sabha, and that is the only difference. For us to understand as a stakeholders of the youth parliament. All right, I hope I'm pretty much clear till now. I'm absolutely sure about my communication skills. So, I can assure you that I hope so that whatever I've explained, is pretty much understood by everyone, right? So that is good. Now, the next thing that we have to understand is that what is a parliament, right? So can anyone just tell me, and I think it's not a rocket science, you don't have to be a parliamentarian in the first place to tell me the answer to this question. If you've passed your physics in class 8, 9, 10, 10, you will surely give me an answer to this question. So the question is very simple. What is a parliament? And what is the principal work of the parliament? Anyone can tell me. And there is no shy in, okay, who is Rakesh Sinha? Can you tell me what the answer is?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I believe that parliament is essentially a structure where there are several individuals representing the parties of the country and there to deliberate upon important issues and pass decisions, forming the part of the legislature of the country. So there are three parts: legislature, executive, and the judiciary. So they form part of the legislature and they take decisions or they enact legislations after having a concise discussion with each other, and that's what the parliament is, and that's what the parliament stands for and works towards.
Chalo, theek hai, not a problem. It is a very good answer, but this answer is equivalent to, the answer that Chatur Ramalingam gave to the professor's question that what is a machine, right? So the simplest answer is that parliament is there to make law, right? Now, whatever comes as a part, for example, the discussions that you're talking about, right? It's all a part. Discussion, deliberation, negotiation is something that the parliament can never run away, because if it won't do this, then it would never end up making laws. So the best answer to this question would be that parliament is a body, right, which is there to make laws in India, right? If I have to just talk about the parliament in India, now there are a lot of parliaments across the world, right? We follow the Westminster system. So considering that there is a parliament in the Britain as well, right? The House of Commons, the House of Lords, right? So we have a similar structure, but the essence remains the same. The principal function of the parliament is to make laws, right? So as simple as that, and I really compliment your answer, sir, because that was very, very comprehensive. Good. So anyone else who has a contention to what Rakesh Sinha said and what I personally believe and explained? If there is anything else that the parliament does but we don't know, you can just let me know. No? Sure. So that is good. All right. Now, all right. So the parliament makes laws, right? देखो, बहुत simple है कि parliament का principal काम is to make law, and we know that. but that doesn't mean that parliament won't discuss anything that goes outside the ambit of a bill or a law. मान लो कोई ऐसा टॉपिक है which is not a part of the legislation but requires an immediate attention of the government. Not immediate attention, but still the attention of the government or the parliament in its entirety. So the parliament won't say that because you haven't documented as a bill, we won't discuss it. Right? But क्योंकि principle जो parliament का principal काम है, that is to make law in India, that is to discuss the bills. So what the parliament has done is that it's segregated its time into two parts. All right, basically into three parts. The first part of the parliament proceedings, it dedicates itself to matters of public importance which fall outside the ambit of the bill or the legislative business, जिसको हम बोलते हैं प्री लेजिस्लेटिव बिजनेस. ठीक है, तो प्री लेजिस्लेटिव बिजनेस जैसे कि ग्रामेटिकल एसेंस है इस रिटोरिक का, anything which is not a bill or is not a part of the legislative business but is discussed in the parliament because it's a matter of public importance and it requires the attention of the government or the parliament. So parliament dedicates or devotes its time for matters of public importance between 11 to 1. तो ये चीज आप नोट कर लो. ठीक है ना? And this is how even the PCGT National Youth Parliament will run. I hope so. ठीक है, तो 11 to 1 Parliament will discuss matters of public importance which are not bills at all. They are matters of public importance and they require an attention of the government or the Parliament. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद 11 से 1 तो हमें पता है कि Parliament will discuss this. 1 to 2 is the most highly anticipated time of the parliament, something that everyone eagerly awaits, and that is lunch. ठीक है, हाँ. उसके बाद 2 to 3 or I should say 2 to 6 the parliament would devote its time to something that it's actually meant to do, and that is legislative business. Discussing the bills, making sure that if a bill has the required votes or the consensus, it becomes an act or a law in India. ठीक है, तो चलो हमें इतना तो पता है कि हमारे देश की पार्लियामेंट क्या करती है, राइट? इससे पहले हमें कोई आइडिया नहीं था क्योंकि हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट आज हमें पता लग गया, राइट? तो इट्स गुड. ठीक है, तो अगर अब मैं किसी से पूछूं कि पार्लियामेंट करती क्या है, ठीक है ना?
Like what?
नहीं,
what happens?
what is the working time of the parliament? पार्लियामेंट सुबह कितने बजे खुलती है और शाम को कितने बजे बंद होती है?
11 to 6.
वेरी गुड यार, एक्सीलेंट यार. अभी मैंने सबको बताया कि पार्लियामेंट 11 से 1 डिस्कसेस मैटर्स ऑफ पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस, 1 से 2 इज लंच, 2 to 6 इज लेजिस्लेटिव बिजनेस. सो यार यू डोंट नीड टू बी एल्बर्ट आइंस्टीन टू गेस दिस. पार्लियामेंट वुड ऑब्वियसली स्टार्ट एट 11 and end at 6, राइट? यार देखो, the people who haven't turned on their cameras except me obviously because I'm giving a lecture, I hope you people are attentive, because if you cannot turn on your camera, I guess that, but if you're not attentive and if you're not willing to attend, please leave, right? But don't shift the paradigm of the moral of this discussion, right? So I hope you're attentive and I'm not wasting my efforts, and neither is everyone who's turned on his or her camera and being very, very patient to attend this webinar. All right, thank you so much. So now let's discuss. हमें देखो 11 से 6 का पूरा काम पता है, right? Now we'll discuss precisely what happens in the parliament also and in the youth parliament also between 11 to 1. ठीक है, तो irrespective of whether it's a Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, as per the youth parliament structure, 11 to 12 would be question hour. हो सकता है जब हम 10 और 11 तारीख को बैठेंगे तो we might have a 0 hour, considering कि 11 से 12 राज्यसभा में is a 0 hour, but still For understanding, you can write it down. 11 to 12 is question hour. ठीक है. Now can anyone tell me what is a question hour? किसी को अगर जरा भी आइडिया है, उसे क्वेश्चन आर क्यों बोला जाता है? Why there is a word named as R specified for that provision, and why there is a word question being specified for that provision? यार गेस भी लगाओगे तो hardly matters, no problem.
Like in that, like I guess because like the opposition or the other parties can ask question to the government party. That is why I went to that.
Regarding their administrative activity, and like particularly they can ask questions to the minister of a particular ministry regarding the functioning of that.
अच्छा चलो ठीक है. That is a very very good attempt. Congratulations. बहुत अच्छा लगा. Anyone else would like to participate? इन लोगों ने कुछ मिस किया या गलत बोला? मेरे हिसाब से सही बोला, बट चीजें बहुत मिस की obviously. Anyone who knows anything additional?
Yeah, I'm guessing that it is the very first discussion happening in the committee. So it might be about raising questions like what we are going to discuss today, what are our problems for which we are going to discuss solutions, that what is the main agenda we are meeting today.
अच्छा देखो, that is a wrong answer, but कोई बात नहीं. Anyone else?
It is an hour for discussion of questions.
Oh wow, that is a good answer यार, very crisp, precise and to the point. चलो ठीक है, good यार जय बच्चन. ठीक है, चलो let's not keep it a suspense. और जो मैं आपको समझाऊंगा, it is a little difficult to understand, but try to understand. ठीक है ना, because I am absolutely sure no one else will give that explanation to you. And for the people who are UPSC aspirants is very important. ठीक है, देखो question R, जैसे मैंने कहा, the grammatical essence says question and R, which basically means that obviously we are supposed to entertain questions. We call it an R because irrespective of whatever happens, it will start at one point and has to end after an R. मतलब अगर क्वेश्चन आर दिन के 11 बजे शुरू होगा पार्लियामेंट में, तो इट विल एंड एट 12 नो मैटर व्हाट. ठीक है ना, नो मैटर. हो सकता है कि जैसे ही 12 बजे वैसे ही कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आने वाले थे दैट वर मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन द क्वेश्चंस दैट वर आस्क्ड प्रीवियसली, बट सिंस द टाइम हैज elapsed, सो नथिंग कैन बी डन. इट इज ओवर देयर एंड देन. Question R basically means it's an R dedicated for questions. The very moment that R is over, the question R is finished. वहीं का वहीं खत्म. फिर ऐसा नहीं कि कोई पार्लियामेंटेरियन बोलेगा सर 5 मिनट और चला ले, सर 10 मिनट और, ऐसा नहीं होता. That R is solely dedicated to questions and it will only end for 1 hour. After that उस दिन के लिए वो खत्म. ठीक है. अब किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस बेसिकली, एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड इज कि हु कैन आस्क अ क्वेश्चन टू हुम. ठीक है, कौन किससे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है. ठीक है ना. तो इफ यू हैव अ पेन एंड पेपर एंड यू आर रियली इंटरेस्टेड टू लर्न, you can note it down that in the question hour a private member can ask a question to the government. ठीक है, I'll repeat myself. A private member of the parliament can ask a question to the government. ठीक है. Now can anyone tell me who is a private member? अब मैंने private member तो बोल दिया, आपने लिख भी लिया, राइट, बट यू शुड नॉट बी, बोलते ना कि मतलब अंधभक्त, यू शुड हैव दिस अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि व्हाट इज अ प्राइवेट मेंबर इन द पार्लियामेंट. हु इज अ प्राइवेट मेंबर इन द पार्लियामेंट?
Member of opposition.
देखो, अगर प्राइवेट मेंबर एक बहुत बड़ा सेट है, सेट समझते हो, अगर कोई मैथ्स का स्टूडेंट है, तो आई वुड से कि ऑपोजिशन इज जस्ट अ सबसेट. ठीक है, ठीक है, ऑपोजिशन वाले आर प्राइवेट मेंबर्स, दैट इज गुड. हु एल्स इज अ प्राइवेट मेंबर इन द पार्लियामेंट?
So
A
any
member who is not a minister.
Who said that? Who said that?
Srishti.
Srushti, you are Ramdas Athavale.
Yeah.
Very good यार. That is the absolute, बोलते ना, सबसे correct answer, the most crisp, precise and to the point answer to this question. Any MP in the parliament who is not a minister, he or she is a private member. ठीक है, which basically means that even your ruling BJP MP is a private member if he is not a minister. The best example that I can give to you is Subramaniam Swamy, अगर किसी ने उनका नाम सुना है तो. ठीक है, तो कोई भी रूलिंग बीजेपी एमपी who is not a minister is a private member in the parliament. ठीक है, the people who are eating, you can turn off your cameras, but this is not a part of the decorum to eat in front of the camera. ठीक है, the next thing is that अब मुझे प्राइवेट मेंबर पता लग गया, राइट, आई नो व्हाट हु द गवर्नमेंट इज. गवर्नमेंट तो सबको ही पता होगा, राइट, जो मिनिस्टर्स हैं. द रूलिंग बीजेपी इन टोटलिटी इज नॉट अ गवर्नमेंट, ओनली द मिनिस्टर्स फॉर्म अ गवर्नमेंट. एंड व्हेन आई से मिनिस्टर्स, आई मीन मिनिस्टर्स भी बहुत टाइप के हैं, कैबिनेट, काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स एंड मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट्स, नॉट योर डेप्यूटी मिनिस्टर्स. ठीक है, तो basically any private member can ask a question to ministers. तो question R का ये basic rule है कि if you're a private member, which basically means you're not a minister, you can ask a question to the government. ठीक है, किसी को नहीं समझ आया तो you can let me know. Any questions till now? चलो ठीक है, गुड. तो हमने डिस्कस कर लिया कि क्वेश्चन आर में कौन किससे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है, राइट. अब द नेक्स्ट थिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड हियर इज कि किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, तो देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन इज अ स्टार्ड क्वेश्चन, STARRED. The second type of question is unstarred question. ठीक है, Rakesh Sinha, I'll take your question later. If you want me to take it right away, please type it on the chat box. ठीक है, हाँ. तो starred question का मैं definition देता हूँ. Starred question is that question जिसका whosoever has prepared that starred question, he is expecting a verbal answer. ठीक है, मतलब if Mary Kom has written a starred question to the honorable prime minister, right, so she wants the honorable prime minister to reply it verbally. ठीक है, the second type of question is an unstarred question. Unstarred question means that if Shri Mary Kom has written an unstarred question to the Honorable Prime Minister, she wants that her question should be answered in a written format. ठीक है, तो ये दो हैं प्रिंसिपल टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. एक और प्रोविजन होता है हमारे पार्लियामेंट में जिसे बोला जाता है सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन. Now what supplementary question is, that is not a main category of question, but that is still a type of question in the parliament. Now supplementary question is basically, for example, if I am an MP, I asked a question to Dharmil. ठीक है, now Dharmil gave his answer to me, but I'm not satisfied with the answer. Why? Because I really want to elucidate more information. या फिर जो मैंने उससे क्वेश्चन पूछा उसने सेटिस्फैक्टरी आंसर नहीं दिया, एंड आई वांट टू टेल हिम, आई वांट टू मेक अ रिमार्क ऑन दैट. ठीक है, तो आई हैव अ प्रोविजन ऑफ अ सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन. ठीक है ना, मतलब रिमार्क तो नहीं, ऑब्वियसली इफ इट्स अ क्वेश्चन इट हैज टू बी अ क्वेश्चन, सो इट वुड बी अ क्वेश्चन. सो आई कैन एंटरटेन द प्रोविजन ऑफ अ सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, बट सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन अगर मैंने पूछा धर्मिल से, तो धर्मिल विल आंसर इट इन राइटिंग. यूजुअली वी डोंट टेक सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चंस वर्बली. ठीक है, तो ये है एक टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस दैट यू कैन हैव इन द पार्लियामेंट. ठीक है, starred, unstarred, supplementary if you're not satisfied with the answer to the starred question. ठीक है, और supplementary का question का provision would be exercised in writing if we have to talk about us. ठीक है, अब जो क्वेश्चन है इसके लिए वो ये है कि हाउ विल आई सेंड द क्वेश्चन एंड हाउ विल माई क्वेश्चन बी एंटरटेन्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट. मैंने तो देखो, एक तो मैं फॉर्मेट बता देता हूँ. तो फॉर्मेट रिमेन्स वेरी सिंपल. यू विल टेक अ चिट, जिसको चिट नहीं बोलते, ठीक है ना. आप एक पेपर लो, उसमें अपना नाम लिखो, टू योर नेम और द कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी दैट यू रिप्रेजेंट. टू में सॉरी, जिसको आपको भेजना है, आई एम वेरी सॉरी फॉर द कंफ्यूजन. फ्रॉम में आप अपना नाम है, अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी का नाम, यू पुट अ क्वेश्चन, ठीक है ना. टू में आप मिनिस्ट्री को भी रेफर कर सकते हो, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, उसके बाद क्वेश्चन के बाद यू हैव टू स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन वेदर इट्स अ स्टार्ड क्वेश्चन और एन अनस्टार्ड क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, अगर स्टार्ड है तो आप ब्रैकेट में लिख दो STARRED, या फिर अगर आप एक स्टार भी लगा दोगे ना, तो द सेक्रेटेरिएट विल कम टू नो दैट इट्स अ स्टार्ड क्वेश्चन. मान लो कि यू वांटेड टू आस्क अ स्टार्ड क्वेश्चन बट यू फॉरगॉट टू पुट अ स्टार, और यू फॉरगॉट टू स्पेसिफिकली हाईलाइट इट एज अ स्टार्ड क्वेश्चन, स्टार्ड लिखना भूल गए, then the secretariat would be deemed to consider it as an unstarred question. So make sure कि if you have a starred question, put it as a starred question in a proper format and specifically mention that it's a starred question. ठीक है, unstarred के लिए you just need to write to, from and your question, so that is a simple unstarred question. All right, तो इतना आई गेस एवरीवन इज अंडरस्टूड, राइट. अब द थिंग इज कि आपने क्वेश्चन तो प्रिपेयर कर लिया, राइट. नाउ हाउ वुड यू नो कि योर क्वेश्चन विल बी एंटरटेन्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट और नो, राइट. बिकॉज सेक्रेटेरिएट का काम सिर्फ इतना है कि टू कलेक्ट द क्वेश्चंस, राइट, सी वेदर दे आर स्टार्ड और अनस्टार्ड एंड प्रेजेंट इट टू द स्पीकर. अब कौन डिसाइड करेगा कि वेदर that question should be entertained in the parliament or no? Are you getting my point? जैसे आपके MUNs में तो वो होता है ना, मोशन अगर है तो you take a voting on it, and if the motion is passed by the majority of the people, you consider it कि हाँ मतलब ऑलमोस्ट सबका कंसेंट है इस चीज को डिस्कस करने के लिए, तो we'll have it, right? तो in the youth parliament, how does it work? Who decides कि अगर क्वेश्चन गया है, if you've written a question, so whether that will be taken up in the parliament or no? So the principal idea is that क्या नाम है, who will decide whether that question should be taken up or no, और जिसको टेस्ट ऑफ एडमिसिबिलिटी बोला जाता है ना, तो who will decide that? Can anyone let me know?
I guess the parliamentary committee.
नहीं. कोई और आंसर करना चाहेगा इस क्वेश्चन का?
The chairman.
The chairman of the Rajya Sabha?
क्या?
Okay. The answer is yes. Rajya Sabha में the sole power lies with the chairman, and in the Lok Sabha the sole power will lie with the speaker. He or she will decide that whether that question should be taken up or no. ठीक है, तो इसका कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है. There is nothing that you can do about it. The test of admissibility solely lies on the speaker. ठीक है, अगर मैंने बोल दिया कि नो दिस क्वेश्चन डजंट मेक्स एनी सेंस, तो वी वोंट हैव इट एंड देयर इज नथिंग दैट यू कैन डू. ठीक है, तो दिस इज हाउ द क्वेश्चन आर वुड गो. Questions will come to the speaker or to the secretariat in the form of a prior notice. जिस दिन हमारा भी यूथ पार्लियामेंट होगा, होपफुली द सेक्रेटेरिएट विल आस्क यू टू प्रिपेयर योर क्वेश्चंस एंड सेंड इट अ डे प्रायर. so that me and the secretariat can review it and we can let you know कि हाँ कल के दिन में हम ये questions take up करेंगे. And the order of precedence is very simple. जो question पहले आया to the attention of the secretariat or the speaker, that question will be taken up first. जिस order में मुझे मिलेगा उस order में वो take up होगा. ठीक है? I hope we know what needs to be done in the questionnaire, right? Anything else?
So if the unstart question will also be like given priorly to the secretariat.
You'll have to give your questions prior to the secretariat. Any questions?
So I had a question.
Bolo yaar, go ahead.
So, sir, this is my first time in a youth parliament, but since I have prior experience, suppose you were to raise a motion, you kind of have a say in being able to deliver a speech under that motion. So when you raise a question like that, do you have a role in having any back and forth on the response received, or I'm not quite sure how that works?
Yeah, I've spent around 15-20 minutes trying to explain that how the questionnaire would go. So what did you make an understanding of that? उससे तुम्हें क्या समझ आया?
Sir, I understand that this is basically where you hold, where private representatives would hold the government responsible. So they ask questions on pertinent topics, and these questions are primarily under 3 categories. And based on that, the government speakers are required to respond under the due format.
That is absolutely correct. So this is how it goes. As simple as that. If you're in the opposition, your responsibility is to put up questions. That's it. There is no better way to represent your constituency or participate in the questionnaire. Private member can only ask a question. Question को answer करने की responsibility solely lies on the government. ठीक है? So this is how the questionnaire goes.
And sir, is there any opportunity for follow-up?
Follow-up ka, if you're not satisfied, you can have a provision of a supplementary question. That too in writing.
Understood. Thank you.
चलो good. यार देखो, there is a request. ठीक है ना? Please don't correlate a youth parliament simulation to an MEN. The more you try to do that, the more you get confused. ठीक है? Very good. Now we know what a questionnaire is. Let's.
Sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, I'm so sorry, but I just had one doubt. Sir, when you were explaining the part about what exactly is the supplementary question, because of some network issue, I couldn't hear what you said. So could you please repeat just what a supplementary question is?
Supplementary question is basically a provision that a private member will exercise if he is not satisfied with the answer to the principal question. Principal starred question. Okay, if you're not satisfied, you will ask a supplementary question, and that is done in writing. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh.
Sir, so an unsought question does not have the availability of a supplementary question?
No, not for unstart question.
Okay.
चलो ठीक है. ठीक है. Now अगली चीज इज वील डिस्कस अबाउट व्हाट हैपेंस बिटवीन 12 to 1. ठीक है? तो देखो 12 to 1 का जो प्रोविजन है हमारे पार्लियामेंट में, दैट इज नॉट अ पार्लियामेंट्री प्रोविजन, और यू वोंट फाइंड दैट प्रोविजन इन द रूल बुक्स ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. ठीक है? बट द थिंग दैट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इज a 0R. All right, but this is a kind of a tradition which has been happening for years. 0R is that time between 12 to 1 which will only take place, right, if there is a notice that comes to the attention of the speaker that we really want to have this topic discussed under the ambit of the 0R. Okay, because this is a matter of public importance and it requires an immediate attention of the government. Okay? Anything that you didn't understand? For example, अगर मुझे as a speaker I don't get any notice, ठीक है, for the 0R, I won't take that at all. We won't have a 0 hour in the first place. बात आई समझ में? We need a topic or we need a notice from the parliamentarians कि यार we really want to discuss this topic in the 0 hour, and only then we'll have it. ठीक है? And the maximum time that you can devote for a 0 hour is for one topic is 30 minutes. ठीक है? अगर हाँ बोलो.
So the urgent topics that we feel urgently need attention can be discussed in the 0 hour, right?
Correct. But उसके लिए भी you'll have to give the secretariat a prior notice. जैसे क्वेश्चन आर का नोटिस आप लोग दोगे ना पहले दिन के शुरू होने से पहले, वैसे ही इवन द 0 hour notice has to come a day prior. उस नोटिस में you'll mention the topic, the total time for which you want to discuss that topic, and you'll specifically mention that you want to discuss that topic in 0 hour.
So we're also told, like in the questionnaire, we're told whether or not our question will be discussed the same way it works.
हाँ, obviously देखो पार्लियामेंट में how it goes is that जब भी कोई नेता या एमपी या मिनिस्टर अपनी सीट पे बैठता है पार्लियामेंट की, उससे पहले ही हर पार्लियामेंटेरियन के पास पूरे दिन का लिस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस होता है डॉक्यूमेंटेड, जो कि हम लोग ऑब्वियसली नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव दैट प्रोविजंस इन हैंड बेसिकली, या हमारे पास वो लॉजिस्टिकल बेनिफिट नहीं है. बट एवरी पार्लियामेंटेरियन नोज कि उस दिन बेसिकली क्या क्या होने वाला है और किस घंटे में क्या होगा. हर पार्लियामेंटेरियन के पास पूरे दिन का लिस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस होता है जिसमें ये चीज स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन्ड होती है कि मेरे 11 से 12 में कौन से क्वेश्चंस आज टेकअप होंगे, 12 से 1 में 0 आर के कौन से टॉपिक्स द स्पीकर हैज अप्रूव्ड. ठीक है, आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो ऐसा ही हम लोग भी करने की कोशिश करेंगे.
ओके.
तो योर नोटिसेस शुड कम अ डे प्रायर सो दैट आई कैन टेल यू कि 0 आर में ये होगा, क्वेश्चन आर में ये होगा. ऑलराइट? हाँ, वेरी गुड. ठीक है, तो एक टॉपिक के लिए द मैक्सिमम दैट यू कैन गिव फॉर अ 0 आर इज 30 मिनट्स. ठीक है, और ऑब्वियसली अगर मैं 30 मिनट्स के कैलकुलेशन पे जाऊं तो मिनिमम 2 टॉपिक्स कैन बी टेकन. अगर 2 टॉपिक्स हैं, हो सकता है कि यू टेल कि मुझे ये टॉपिक 0 आर में ही डिस्कस करना है बिकॉज इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस, आई वांट टू डिस्कस इट इन 0 आर एंड आई वांट ओनली 15 मिनट्स टू बी डिवोटेड. तो 15-15 मिनट के 4 टॉपिक्स भी हो सकते हैं. राइट, सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स वी आर डीलिंग विद. बट एसेंशियली अगर आप चाहते हो कि एक टॉपिक को आप एक मैक्सिमम टाइम दो, तो मैक्सिमम दैट यू कैन गिव फॉर वन टॉपिक इज 30 मिनट्स. फाइन, आई होप एवरीवन हैज अ क्लैरिटी ऑन दैट. बट जैसे मैंने कहा 0 आर विल ओनली हैपन इफ the secretariat or the speaker is informed that we really want to discuss this topic in a 0 hour, and to be very precise, if we know that you really want to have a 0 hour in the first place or no, because I can never impose it because of a question hour, because a question hour is a parliamentary documented provision. It has its mention in the rule books. 0 hour का कोई mention नहीं है. 0 hour will only happen if you people will tell me that yes, I want to have a 0 hour or we want to have a 0 hour for this topic. ठीक है, and 0 hour is not a moderated hour. इसका कोई structure नहीं है कैसे होगा. A topic will be decided. I'll let you know. You can start off your discussion and it's your responsibility to accommodate each other. And if you're not able to do it, that's not my responsibility. The onus is upon you to accommodate each other. I can intervene. जैसे कि हमारे स्पीकर करते हैं, शांत हो जाइए, शांत हो जाइए. But if you are not willing to behave as ideal parliamentarians, then that's your problem. That's not the problem of the speaker. ठीक है? So this is how the business is carried out in the parliament and the youth parliament between 11 to 1. ठीक है, in just to summarize, 11 से 1 we cannot discuss the bills or we cannot discuss any form of legislation. 11 से 1 का टाइम पार्लियामेंट ने दिया ही पार्लियामेंटेरियंस को डिस्कस करने के लिए है उन मैटर्स को that require an attention of the government but they are not bills. ठीक है, तो आप कोई भी मैटर डिस्कस कर सकते हो विच इज अ हाई प्रेसिंग टॉपिक या विच रिक्वायर्स एन इमीडिएट अटेंशन ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट, तो यू कैन डिस्कस एनी टॉपिक व्हाटएवर यू फील लाइक. और हम ऐसा ही करेंगे अपने पीसीजीटी नेशनल यूथ पार्लियामेंट. ठीक है, तो 1 से 2 वी नो दैट इज लंच। फिर 2 से 6 में द पार्लियामेंट बेसिकली डज व्हाट इट्स सपोज टू डू, एंड दैट इज टू डिस्कस द बिल्स। और बिल को डिस्कस करने का कोई फॉर्मेट नहीं है स्पेशल। द बेस्ट वे बाय विच द बिल इज डिस्कस्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट इज कि पहले कोई उसको इंट्रोड्यूस कर लेगा, बट सिंस वी नो व्हाट बिल वी आर सपोज टू डिस्कस फॉर द पीसीजीटी नेशनल यूथ पार्लियामेंट, we won't proceed with the first reading of the bill. We'll assume that the first reading has already taken place, because obviously you'll spend your time devoting and researching upon that topic, which is a bill, obviously, right? And we will obviously consider it to be automatically passed as a first reading. So in the second reading of the bill, the thing that happens is that from 2 to 6, we will negotiate an individual speaker time. ठीक है, उस इंडिविजुअल स्पीकर टाइम, जैसे अगर मैंने बोल दिया कि 3 मिनट रखते हैं, एंड इफ एवरीवन एग्रीज विल टेक एन इनफॉर्मल वोट 2 बजने से पहले, एंड इफ एवरीवन सेज कि हाँ ठीक है 2 मिनट्स इज गुड इंडिविजुअल स्पीकर टाइम फॉर एवरीवन, तो हाउ द बिल विल बी डिस्कस्ड इन द पार्लियामेंट इज कि द वेरी मोमेंट 2 o'clock ticks in the clock, right, we'll start with the discussion, and one by one the parliamentarians will take their place, give their speech and sit. That's it. This is how the business is carried out between 2 to 6. इसके अलावा कोई तरीका नहीं, right? तो अगर Dharmil is a parliamentarian, तो his responsibility is to stand up when his turn comes, give a speech and sit. उन्हीं 2 मिनट में, if that is an agreed time by everyone, उन्हीं 2 मिनट में he can give his speech, ask a question, correct someone, share his interpretation, and हर चीज उन्हीं 2 मिनट में होगी। बट ऐसा नहीं है कि पूरे 2 से 6 में सिर्फ 2 ही मिनट आपको एक बार मिलेगा। ऑब्वियसली इट्स काइंड ऑफ अ स्पीकर्स लिस्ट दैट विल बी रनिंग continuously. I would expect everyone that you will give your names, and the legislative business is all about discussion of the bill. कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है कि पहले चैप्टर 1 का पहला क्लॉज ही होगा। यू टेक द बिल, whatever chapter you want to start off with, you just start off with. फिर जो नेक्स्ट स्पीकर अगर उसे उसी चैप्टर के बारे में बात करनी हो उसकी बारे में बात करेगा, उसे नहीं करनी तो वो कोई और प्रोविजन भी खोल सकता है। बट दिस इज हाउ द बिल इज डिस्कस्ड। वो सबकी म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग पे है। स्पीकर वोंट इम्पोज इट कि नहीं भाई चैप्टर बाय चैप्टर ही करना है या क्लॉज बाय क्लॉज ही करना है, बिकॉज स्पीकर इज जस्ट अ मॉडरेटर। माई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज टू मेक श्योर दैट आई एम एबल टू विदहोल्ड योर कलेक्टिव कन्वीनियंस। एंड व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय कलेक्टिव कन्वीनियंस? जो सबको ठीक लगेगा वो मैं करूंगा। अब सबको ठीक लगेगा कि लेट्स डांस, तो आई कांट डू दैट, राइट? बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द कलेक्टिव कन्वीनियंस, अ सब्जेक्टिव कलेक्टिव कन्वीनियंस, कि सब लोग बोलेंगे कि यार इस मैटर को ऐसे डिस्कस करते हैं तो आई हैव टू कंसीडर दैट। ठीक है, तो 2 से 6 में प्योर डिस्कशन होगा। एक एक करके हर बंदा अपनी स्पीच बोलेगा। यू विल हाईलाइट द प्रोज एंड कॉन्स ऑफ द बिल इन दैट स्पीच। अगर किसी ने कुछ गलत बोला तो आप अपनी स्पीच में ही उस चीज को करेक्ट करोगे कि मेरे हिसाब से ये चीज गलत आपने बोली, राइट? या मेरे हिसाब से आपने ये चीज सही बोली, I'd like to compliment you, I'd like to reprimand you, but everything has to be done via a speech. Just like the conventional MUN format, which is wrong, you don't have a separate provision to ask a question or tell someone that you're wrong by some parliamentary privileges, which are not privileges at all. ठीक है ना? जैसे कि सब्जेक्टिव पॉइंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर का कॉन्सेप्ट, आई डोंट नो हु क्रिएटेड दैट, बट दैट इज फॉल्स। इफ यू फील कि समवन इज रॉन्ग, दैट्स योर ओन पर्सनल बिलीफ एंड यू कैन नेवर एक्सपेक्ट एवरीवन टू हैव दैट बिलीफ। और अगर आप मानते हो कि कोई गलत है तो यू कैन ऑलवेज हाईलाइट इट इन योर स्पीच एज योर बिलीफ। मैं मानता हूं ये की चीज गलत है, आई बिलीव दैट कराची इज नॉट द कैपिटल ऑफ पाकिस्तान, बट यू कैन नेवर एक्सपेक्ट एवरीवन टू हैव दैट बिलीफ। दो यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ्स आर समथिंग दैट आर शेयर्ड बाय एवरीवन, बट ऑन मैटर्स ऑफ सब्जेक्ट एंड सब्सटेंस यू हैव टू एक्नॉलेज द फैक्ट दैट जो आप बोल रहे हो वो आपका पर्सनल बिलीफ है, चाहे सही बोल रहे हो गलत बोल रहे हो। और अगर किसी को लगता है कि आप गलत या सही बोल रहे हो तो वो उसका पर्सनल बिलीफ है। यू कैन ओनली करेक्ट हिम इफ यू फील ही इज रॉन्ग एंड यू कैन ओनली रिस्पेक्ट दैट। ठीक है, तो आई होप वी हैव अ गुड क्लैरिटी ऑन हाउ द यूथ पार्लियामेंट वर्क्स। ठीक है, नाउ देखो, अब ऐसा हो भी सकता है कि मान लो विद इन द लेजिस्लेटिव आवर्स के बीच में द पार्लियामेंट और एनी MP या कोई मिनिस्टर feels that we need to stop the legislative business and discuss something really urgent that requires an immediate attention of the government, तो उस particular matter को we won't call it just matter of public importance, we will call it a matter of urgent public importance. So if you want to discuss a matter of urgent public importance within the legislative business hours between 2 to 6, there is a possibility to do that. But उसके लिए जो भी इस provision को introduce करेगा, so the first thing that he needs to do is that he needs to at least get the documented consent of minimum 2 more MPs. मान लो धर्मिल ने बोला कि भी मुझे मैटर ऑफ अर्जेंट पब्लिक इंपॉर्टेंस डिस्कस करना है, और what he is trying to basically achieve is disrupt the legislative proceedings. मतलब तुम समझ रहे हो तुम क्या करने जाओगे कि जो legislative business है, मैं the parliament is right in the middle of discussing a bill, the parliament is right in the middle of doing something which is its principal job, and you are trying to shift the parliament's paradigm from doing that to doing something else. So the reason should be absolutely correct and something that the speaker should be convinced about, and it should be a matter of urgent public importance. तो अगर आपको ऐसा urgent matter discuss करना है within the legislative business, तो you need to send a notice before lunch, ठीक है, before the legislative business starts, कि आज मैं legislative business के बीच में ये topic discuss करना चाहूंगा because it requires an immediate attention of the government and I cannot wait for tomorrow. और आप जब ये notice दोगे, कोई भी देगा, तो he needs to mention minimum 2 MPs का नाम who second his opinion कि हाँ ये matter ज्यादा जरूरी है legislative business से. तो उस प्रोविजन को हमारे पार्लियामेंट में बोला जाता है शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन डिस्कशन, SHORTDURATION. डिस्कशन की स्पेलिंग आई होप आपको सबको पता है, ठीक है. तो ऐसा कोई प्रोविजन इंट्रोड्यूस करना है तो उस प्रोविजन का नाम है शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन डिस्कशन. तो शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन डिस्कशन का प्रोविजन 30 minutes, 45, 1 hour, इट कैन एक्सटेंड बियॉन्ड, बट कीप अपना दिमाग चलाना एंड कीप इट as fair as transparent as possible, ठीक है. बट अगेन तुम मुझे नोटिस दे दोगे, दैट डजंट मीन कि वो होगा. मैं चेक करूंगा एंड लाइक आई सेड द टेस्ट ऑफ एडमिसिबिलिटी कंप्लीटली लाइज ऑन द मॉडरेटर और द स्पीकर. आई विल डिसाइड वेदर दैट इज सपोज्ड टू टेक प्लेस और नो. इफ आई से नो, इट वोंट हैपन एट ऑल एंड देयर इज नथिंग दैट यू कैन डू अबाउट दैट, ठीक है. तो दिस इज वन प्रोविजन of short duration discussion wherein you can basically discuss a matter of urgent public importance within the legislative business, ठीक है. Now the thing that is left for us to understand is कि as a parliamentarian what kind of procedural procedural protocol को consideration में रख के what all privileges do I have. These are procedural privileges, not parliamentary privileges. Parliamentary privileges बहुत अलग होते हैं कि भी you cannot be arrested for a civil case when you are inside the parliament discussing a matter of public importance or discussing something, ठीक है. parliamentary privileges की बात अलग है, हम जो protocol related privileges हैं हम उसकी बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. So the only protocol privilege that you have is a point of order, and that too can only be raised for a procedural error committed by the speaker or the chairman or a fellow parliamentarian. अगर ऐसा हुआ, ठीक है, मान लो कि मेरे से प्रोसीजरल मिस्टेक हो गई, ठीक है ना, तो यू कैन रेज अ पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर अगेंस्ट मी. ऑलराइट, दो ऐसा रेयरली होता है. प्रोसीजरल मिस्टेक में ऐसा बोलूंगा कि मान लो कि मैंने किसी को पहले रिकॉग्नाइज किया और बोला किसी को पहले लिया, तो दैट कैन बी कैटेगराइज्ड एज अ पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर, ठीक है ना. बट पॉइंट ऑफ ऑर्डर जैसे मैंने कहा, यू कैन नॉट रेज इट फॉर अ फैक्चुअल फैलेसी बिकॉज देयर इज नो सच थिंग एज फैक्चुअल फैलेसी, ठीक है. It can never be raised for a subjective incorrectness because there is no such thing as subjective incorrectness, ठीक है. And just trying to fight with me or the speaker on the procedure is a mere waste of time. Because fortunately for a lot of people and unfortunately for others, the speaker is the sole interpreter of the constitutional provisions. ठीक है ना? The procedural conduct of the speaker cannot be challenged in any court of law. तुम्हें जो करना है तुम कर लो, but you cannot do anything about it. However, being a speaker, a chairman or a moderator, I am not supposed to participate subjectively, which basically means that I am not supposed to give any subjective remarks, because that would be categorized as trying to lead the house, and I am not supposed to do that. ठीक है ना? Speaker or या chairman, his responsibility is to be the institution or the institute of, बोलते हैं ना कि भी normality या फिर unbiasedness. I have to be unbiased. My procedural and subjective, बोलते हैं ना कि behavior should be unbiased, and that is what I stand for. And that is what I mean when I say कि you should always have realistic expectations from your speaker or the chairman or the moderator. And the only expectations that you should have is that you should only expect me to moderate the session well, not guide you subjectively, because I am not supposed to do that. That one thing can really let me in trouble, और स्पीकर को भी रिमूव किया जा सकता है पार्लियामेंट से. ठीक है ना? जिसके लिए एक अलग टाइप की मेजॉरिटी लगती है. ठीक है? So I hope you know what the powers of the speaker or the chairman are, and how and what kind of expectations you're supposed to keep with me. All right. And the only protocol related privilege that you have is a point of order. बाकी जितने आपको पता है, they are not at all there in the real life. To be really honest, they don't even make any sense. Right? जैसे कि point of personal privilege. If that is your personal privilege, why are you supposed to ask that from me? या why I am supposed to address that? Right? अगर कोई personal discomfort है, मान लो तुम्हें हवा खानी या तुम्हें वॉशरूम जाना है, तो अगर मैं तुम्हें बोल दूं कि नहीं, no, point of personal privilege is denied, तो will you stop yourself from going to the washroom? अगर तुम्हें बहुत जोर से प्यास लगी है and you are asking me point of personal privilege, can I get some water or can I drink my water, and I say no, तो तुम प्यासे बैठे रहोगे? Is that possible? That is not possible at all. ठीक है? पर्सनल प्रिविलेज को अगर मान लो तुम्हें कोई फिजिकल डिस्कम्फर्ट है, मतलब देखो दिस इज अ वर्चुअल कॉन्फ्रेंस, सो ऑब्वियसली देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ डिस्कसिंग एनी फिजिकल डिस्कम्फर्ट. अगर तुम्हारे घर का सोफा खराब है तो देयर इज नथिंग दैट आई कैन डू, राइट? या तुम्हारे घर का एसी नहीं चल रहा, राइट? बट मान लो कि लेट्स कंसीडर अ सिचुएशन जहां पर वी आर ऑल सिटिंग टुगेदर, राइट? एंड द हॉल इज नॉट गुड, मतलब तुम फिजिकली कंफर्टेबल फील नहीं कर रहे हो, तो यू कैन ऑलवेज लेट द सेक्रेटेरिएट नो, किसी सेक्रेटेरिएट वाले को बोल दो कि यार मुझे ना ये चीज अच्छी नहीं लग रही, या मेरे पास ये पेन नहीं है, ये कागज नहीं है, जो लिस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस आज का बना है मुझे उसकी कंप्लीट कॉपी नहीं मिली है, शायद एक पेज मिसिंग है, मुझे पानी पीना है, राइट? मुझे थोड़ा सफोकेशन हो रहा है. तो ये सब कंसर्न्स सेक्रेटेरिएट एड्रेस कर सकता है. आधे किलोमीटर बैठा दूर स्पीकर नहीं एड्रेस कर सकता, राइट? तो ये सब चीजें, इट्स योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू एड्रेस इट टू द कॉन्फ्रेंस स्टाफ, नॉट रेज अ पॉइंट एंड लेट मी एक्नॉलेज इट एंड टेल यू व्हाट यू आर सपोज्ड टू डू. ठीक है ना? सो डोंट डू दैट funny thing in the youth parliament. Point of information कि मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछना है, there is a separate provision for that and that is a question hour. ठीक है ना? और अगर आपको legislative business में क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो please ask it in your speech. There is no other way to do that. So don't ask that hypocritical point from me. ठीक है ना? राइट ऑफ रिप्लाई एक चीज होती है, बट वो सिर्फ उन मिनिस्ट्रीज के पास होती है जिनके रेफरेंस में क्वेश्चन गया है एंड दे हैवंट प्रोवाइडेड एनी क्लैरिफिकेशन. जो कि आपको MUNs में सिखाया गया है कि राइट ऑफ रिप्लाई यू कैन यूज व्हेन योर सॉवरेनिटी इज ब्रीच्ड. किसी ने कुछ बुरा बोल दिया एंड यू फेल्ट दैट योर सॉवरेनिटी इज ब्रीच्ड, यू रेज अ राइट ऑफ रिप्लाई. डू यू इवन नो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अ सॉवरेन स्टेट? लेट्स कंसीडर अ सिचुएशन वेयर इन धर्मेल इज द हेड ऑफ अ सॉवरेन स्टेट और मैंने उसे कुछ बुरा बोल दिया, तो मेरे बुरा बोलने से उसकी सॉवरेनिटी चली गई. डज दैट मीन दैट ही इज नो लॉन्गर a sovereign state. Do you know what a sovereign state is? A sovereign state basically means that if my nation is a sovereign state, my nation has the right to handle its own affairs. और अगर कोई तीसरा बंदा मुझे गाली दे रहा है, that doesn't mean कि my nation will no longer have any right to address its own concerns by itself. So whenever you take those points, right, or whenever you try to basically, implement it or execute it, थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ. Try to understand why they are there in the first place. ठीक है ना? So you don't need to worry about any other points or the procedural protocol, because the procedure is there to basically help you with the proceedings. It should not in any way be a hindrance to your intellectual contribution. So please use your mind and the points in a good manner. ठीक है? So this is how the youth parliament goes from 11 to 6. Right? अब मुझे नहीं पता what would be the itinerary for the National Youth Parliament. If they tell us to start at 9, then I am not sure what I am supposed to do between 9 to 11. ठीक है? So if that situation comes, we'll handle it that day. But ideally, a youth parliament is supposed to begin at 11 and at 6 with 1 to 2 as a lunch in the middle. ठीक है? And what we know, 11 से 1 में we can discuss anything, any matter of public importance in the format of a question hour and a 0 hour. 1 से 2 you can have your lunch. 2 to 6 we'll discuss the bill, and that too in a way that we've discussed via speeches. अगर कोई matter of urgent public importance आपको discuss करना in the 0 hour, right? Sorry, in the legislative business, you have a provision of a short duration discussion. You know what only protocol privilege you have, and that is a point of order when you can raise it, right? I hope that the 1 hour that we spent with each other, you've learned a lot of things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me now.
Sir?
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, from 11 to 1, when we'll be discussing issues that are beyond the ambit of outside the ambit of the bill. So in our situation, we are discussing the surrogacy bill. Okay. So we will be trying to discuss any issue other than that. Basically, anything that we feel is happening in the country that needs to be discussed because it's affecting the public. Right?
That is absolutely correct. You are supposed to discuss the surrogacy bill only between 2 to 6. Between 11 to 1, it's a good, opportunity for you to brush up your general knowledge, right? And discuss it between 11 to 1. जो भी important चल रहा है देश में जो surrogacy bill से related नहीं है, जिस topics को आप जैसे ज्ञानी लोगों की attention चाहिए, please discuss it. ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anything else?
Sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Is there any compulsion to give the speech in Hindi only, or will English work? Or is there anything like you should just mix both languages or something like that?
यार देखो, you are representing Dr. Manmohan Singh, I know that. But can you tell me your name and where do you come from?
Tanvi. My name is Tanvi and I'm from Pune.
You're from Pune?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you speak Marathi?
No.
No,
I do
not
understand, but I'm not fluent with it.
अच्छा चलो ठीक है. तो if you
I understand
in Marathi,
I'm not fluent with it.
If you're comfortable in Marathi, you can even speak Marathi in the parliament. ठीक है? देखो, when I say what are the official languages of the parliament, the answer is the official languages of the parliament are English and Hindi. Official languages का status only means that जो parliament का documentation होगा last में, वो सिर्फ इंग्लिश हिंदी में होगा. But that doesn't mean कि रामदास अठावले cannot speak Marathi in the parliament. ठीक है ना? अगर आप अपने रीजनल डायलेक्ट में कंफर्टेबल हो, जनता ने आपको फिर भी चुना है टू गो टू द पार्लियामेंट एंड रिप्रेजेंट देयर कंसर्न्स, आपको इंग्लिश और हिंदी दोनों ही नहीं आती, इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी आप बोलोगे नहीं. बट एसेंशियली For people like us, we know कि the two languages most of the people are comfortable in and will understand use English and Hindi. फिर भी आपको अगर जानबूझ के जापानीज बोलनी है तो देयर इज नथिंग दैट एनीवन कैन डू. या तो आप सबको ट्रांसक्रिप्ट प्रोवाइड करते फिरो कि मैं जो बोल रहा हूं उसका मतलब ये है, बट मैं बोलूंगा जापानीज में. ठीक है, तो दैट्स योर प्रॉब्लम. You can speak in whatever language you're comfortable in. The only language that is not recommended in the parliament is abusive language. बाकी सारी languages are accepted. ठीक है, हाँ. तो जिस भी लैंग्वेज में आप कंफर्टेबल है यू कैन स्पीक. Yes, Dr. Manmohan Singh. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Sir, another quick one.
Who is this? Can you please let me know your name?
Sir, Nikhilesh.
हाँ यार, बोलो go ahead.
Sir, I just wanted to ask that you said in the question hour, we'll be taking one topic for 30 minutes.
0 hour.
0 hour, sorry, sir. So if there are multiplicity of topics, will that depend on first come, first serve, or is that the discretion of the chair as to which topic needs to?
Your responsibility as a responsible parliamentarian is to just do your job. And what is your job? Give a topic for 0 hour. बाकी छोड़ दो, वो मेरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी डिसाइड करना कि अगर मुझे 10 टॉपिक मिले हैं तो मैं 10 के 10 लूंगा 10-10 मिनट के, या 5 लूंगा 5 को नहीं लूंगा, या 5 को अगले दिन के लिए ले लूंगा और बता दूंगा कि देखो ये 10 आए थे, आज ये 5 कर लेते हैं, कल ये 5 कर लेंगे.
Right. No, I just want to understand whether it's the chair's discretion. Or...
Unfortunately, yes. Any other question?
So with respect to the questions being asked in the questionnaire, we'll send it before, right? So would there be a document circulated? How do we go about it?
Yeah, is it my internet which is bad, or there is some problem with the internet of?
No, I can't hear what they were saying either.
Is the network issue.
Okay. So do one thing, yaar, if you can write your question in the chat, I'll read it and I'll try to answer it if I know the answer. Anyone else who has any other question?
Sir?
Bolo.
So if initially when I get the decided time is 2 minutes for like each individual speaker, suppose I am not able to finish what I wanted to say. So can I continue what I was saying in the next 2 minutes that I might get?
Obviously, यार, obviously. देखो, मैंने जैसे कहा कि that 2 minutes won't be the only 2 minutes that you'll get, right? So the next time you give your speech, you can obviously continue to there. ठीक है, किसी और का कोई और क्वेश्चन है?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, the time from 2 to 6 when we'll be discussing the bills, at that time also will the speaker be calling out names and we'll have to stand up and just give our point and then sit down, or is it just going to be like everyone can you can also counter each other, there is no specific
essentially to I will take names, no problem, okay, na? Because it's my responsibility to moderate the legislative business in the most efficient way. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be taking names and calling out names one by one, either me or my co-moderators, Dharmil and the others basically. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Acha, since we are required to send our questions a day prior, would there be a documented circulated for the same? How do we go about it? Shrushti, I don't know how, because that's not my, responsibility to answer. I would insist that, you can get in touch with the secretariat. Okay? Chalo, theek hai. If there are no further questions, we can.
Just one more question.
Bolo.
So if you want to counter what someone has said, you have to include that in your speech. You can't, when that person is speaking and after he's done, you can't properly mention
Interrupt him.
something.
Interrupt?
Not interrupt, sir, but then like at the time when you told that there isn't any particular format when discussing the bills. So does that mean that we could also, it's not necessary we have to mention the other person what cons or something in our speech, but we could just say it after a person has given his opinion. So like we could probably stand up and counter and then again sit down and the speaker would negotiate or something.
यार देखो, अगर हम सब ने agree किया है कि this is not the ideal way to do things, right? And you should always wait for your turn. But if you're still doing it, that's your behavioral issues. That's not my problem. ठीक है?
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
बिल्कुल. अगर आप मतलब अगर कोई भी not just मतलब me anyone, अगर कोई बदतमीज है, right? और वो सुनने के लिए रेडी नहीं है, जो प्रोटोकॉल सबने एग्री किया है कि हम लेजिस्लेटिव बिजनेस ऐसे कैरी करेंगे, हम अपनी स्पीच देंगे, हम बोलने की क्षमता भी रखेंगे, बट सामने वाले को सुनने की क्षमता भी रखेंगे. अगर कोई वो क्षमता नहीं रखता तो वो उसकी प्रॉब्लम है, उसका बिहेवियरल इशू है, हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. राइट? आई कैन ओनली सी एंड ऑब्वियसली on the side of the moderation, I've given a responsibility to mark you people as well, which I feel is really unfortunate. But all these things will matter, obviously, right? Any other question? Chalo, theek hai. Thank you so much. I don't know whether I should consider it to be a successful session or no, because 50% of the people they didn't turn on their cameras. A lot of you turned it off, and turned it on again. So I have no assumptions. What was the reason behind that? Were you people getting bored, or you had some important work? So it's hard for me to comment whether this webinar session was a success or no. But I can only say that I hope the people who were attentive, you had a good learning experience. You'll come well prepared. Not subjectively, but with the intention that if you are attending simulations like these, it should always be done with the right intent, and that the only right intent that I see when you attend an academic simulation is to basically learn, improve yourself, see an improvement in you, and at the end of the day try to become a better person. With that being said, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. You all can leave. I would humbly request that when everyone leaves, if the secretariat people could stay. I really want to talk to you people. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I hope I'm audible. Shreya, if you could please confirm.
Yes, Priyanka, go ahead.
All right. Firstly, I'd like to thank Ishant sir for taking out the time and joining us today and explaining the rules of procedure for Rajya Sabha in such depth. We would also like to thank all parliamentarians for joining us today. We hope you benefited from this session. We look forward to host you on the 10th and 11th of April, all excited and ready for the National Youth Parliament. Thank you very much. Further details leading up to the conference will be shared on your committee group. Thank you.